Good morning, folks. Rodney here. Jack, good morning. Brad, good morning. Ken, good morning. Frank Rizzo, good morning. Welcome to the chat, brother. FSU Grad 03, hello again. Steve, hello again. Hope you all doing well. I'm going to do some house cleaning here because I'm reading the chats over on my other screen. So I'm not actually looking out. Let me change that. Put that there. Move that over a little bit. Make that come down. Cameron, good morning again. Good evening again, I should say. Hope you all hearing me okay. That's right, Brad. Time to get another cup of coffee. I've had 3 cups already, so I'm kind of coffeeed out at the moment. But I may grab me a soda here in a minute or two. Mason Keiser, good morning, brother. How are you today? Thanks, Jack. Appreciate that. I sometimes forget to turn on my microphone. Hello again, Dean. Hope you all doing well. Hope your weekend's starting out all right. I'm wearing, as you can tell, I'm wearing my Australia hat today. This was sent to me by Matt North. Morning, Sonia. How you doing? So I've sent out invites. Hopefully people will pop in pretty soon. How'd you like that opening? I don't do it very often, but I like doing it sometimes. That's pretty cool, I think. So, Jack, you're always working, man. But you're working with ATMs. Let me ask you, brother, do you slip yourself a 20 every now and then? Just kidding, of course. Excuse me a second. Got a text message from Ron Lockwood. He was going to try to come on the show today, but he ended up getting a last minute call and has to go help a friend out, a fellow guide. So he's probably not going to be able to make it. And Dennis should be here as soon as he can. He's got to get back to the house. But I think in the meantime, I may just post the link in here. And if any of you fine people want to, that's not it. My God, you guys, if I sent you there, you'd never come back. If any of you all would like to pop in, please feel free to do so. I'm going to leave that up for about, 30 seconds to a minute. Frank Rizzo, good morning. Cat, what are you doing? That's Tai right there, in case you're wondering. She's demanding attention again. And she's going to try and get right in front of me here. Tomas, good morning, brother. How are you today? I'm doing good. Is Jody in the house? Tai, go. Leave me do my business. Jeez. Oh. Anyway. So what are you guys' plans today? Hey, AZ Drone Dude. Hello. How's it going, brother? Man, it was a cold one this morning. I mean, it was only 41 degrees. Oh, thank you, Mason. Thank you. You too, brother. I think you were in the service. If I remember right, I think you said you were a Marine. You make a lot of noise, cat. You know that? You make a lot of noise. Oh, cool. You got a Mavic too? Awesome. Wow. That's even colder than what it was. Navy and Marines, yep. Oh, you were in both services. Oh, okay. So were you in the Marines first and then went to the Navy? Is that what you did? You know, I knew a guy that spent 12 years in the Army, got out of the Army. He was a medic in the Army. Hey, Rodney, are you moving to Australia? Well, as much as I would like to, we aren't. Navy, then Marines. I got you. Okay. AZ Drone Dude, me and my wife was just talking about that this morning. One of our one of the Ari Australia remote pilots Australia Ari. He we've been talking back and forth for a while, and my wife said ask Ari if he's ready to sponsor our trip back to or our move to Australia. So I mentioned that in the Facebook page. So that may be where you got it. But oh, Rosie, really? You got to start right now? You just came into the chat, man. At least say hi. Rosie, you crack me up, Speedy. You know that? Oh, I got. Hold up a second. Oh, because I'm wearing the hat. No, Matt North sent this to me. I sent him a Rodney Bell T-shirt and Rodney Bell cup, and in return, he sent me this hat. That koala bear that you see right there, and some other trinkets and stuff. So, and I've got a hat from Ireland that Tomas O'Sullivan sent me, and I try to wear it every now and then. And I wear there's the Grumpy Vlogger. I have a hat from him, and from AGL 400. So, but I tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind moving to Australia. In fact, I saw a Smithsonian television show about New Zealand, and the Smithsonian has this TV series. It started with Aerial America. And what they do, they went to around all the states, and they've gone to every state, and they fly around in a helicopter, and they take videos, and it's all from the air. Every scene is from the air, and it just shows how beautiful all the states are here in the United States. Of course, each state is different, so and then they went international, and they have a show called Ariel New Zealand. And I tell you, it was interesting to hear about New Zealand. And it's very beautiful. Here's just to show you. Well, Mason, you mind if I share that? Enlisted in the Navy. I went to Great Lakes in the wintertime. Yeah, well, in the wintertime. Then when I got discharged from the Navy, here's the second part of that. Then the day I got home, I went and enlisted in the Marines and went to Paris Island in the summertime. Well, I can't blame you for going to Paris Island in the summertime. I've never been there, but I bet it gets kind of muggy because I know that's in North Carolina, I believe. So, yeah, well, hey, live and learn. Hey, Ed, hello. Good morning. How are you doing? I didn't see you come in, brother. Eric, good morning. RC Crazy's in the house. Good to see you guys. Cat, go away. Yeah, I said go away. The cat cracks me up. Yeah, I can imagine it is. Drone Pool. Good morning, Dan. How are you doing today? I'll take that down, Mason. I know you have, Eric, and I got distracted because I started to say hi to you and I got distracted. So better late than never, though, right, bud? Right? Hope Tiff's doing well. Hope your kids are doing fine. You guys got any snow up there in upstate New York? Rosie, I imagine you're getting ready for work, but if you got a moment and you want to pop in, I did post a link in the Cool Kids chat. Well, I don't have any particular plans for today. I'm going to do some cleaning up and around the house here, and then today's Lily. Oh yeah. I think I saw a post in on Facebook about it being her birthday. Ah, got you about the snow. Yes. I hear Canada got hit pretty hard. Somewhere in Canada, they got a blizzard. Well, here's the link again. If anybody cares to join, feel free to do so. Hey, Michael Blade. Good morning, buddy. Again. Always good to see you, no matter when or how many times. Always good to see you, brother. It's going to be a nice day here that's for sure. It's the last time I looked, it's well, guess I'm gonna have to open my phone. I don't know why my phone doesn't tell me what the weather is anymore. It's 44 degrees now, so it was 41 degrees earlier when I did my sunrise. When I did my sunrise live stream, it was 41 degrees, so it's increased a little bit. Yeah, Michael, I'd rather you be safe and keep your eyes on the road than get on here. But at least you're in the chat. You can listen, right? So, yeah. I think it's supposed to be in the 50s for the next few days. So, and for me, that's fine. 50 degrees is short sleeve weather for me still, but gets much more. Hey, looky here. Dean.
Good morning.
Good morning, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good for an old fart. How about yourself?
Yeah, same here. Doing pretty good for an old fart. That's a cool background you got behind you.
Yeah. It's a green screen.
Yeah. I assume it's a picture that you've taken of your sunset.
Yes. Yeah. And then I put my little drone in front of it.
Yeah. That's how do you do that?
You can do it with Photoshop. What I do is I took the picture of the drone and put it on a green screen.
Uh-huh.
And then put it in my photo editor and made the green screen transparent so it shows over the other one.
Oh, okay. One of these days, I'm going to do stuff like that when I do my live streams like this. But first, I have to kick some kids out of the house and get a room to myself. Of course, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, well, my kids are long grown. I've even got grandkids that are expecting kids now, so I'm going to be a great granddad in February.
Wow. Congratulations.
My oldest granddaughter's going to have a baby first part of February.
All right. That's cool. That's good.
And I'm having coffee with you.
All right. Well, you know what? Do you think you can entertain the guys for a few minutes while I go make me a cup?
I can give it a try. I don't know how successful I'll be. I'm not a gabber, but...
Well, I'm not much of a gabber either, so I've kind of been struggling until you came on.
But, well, I usually don't get to get on Saturday mornings because every other Saturday I go for a motorcycle ride, and so I have to leave out here pretty early. But
yeah,
today I didn't have anything else I had to do, so here I am.
Well, here's you some company.
Every other Saturday I go for a motorcycle. Hey, Ray, how you doing?
Good morning. Good morning, Rodney. Good morning, Dean. Everybody in the chat.
Good to see you.
Morning, Ray. All right, I'll be back, guys.
Okay, I'm just looking at the chats. I see Michael Blade in there, Tomas Ariels, RC Crazy.
Yeah, I have a hard time reading the chat and talking.
Yeah, that's my problem too. I'm not much of a talker anyway. I'm more of a listener, but every once in a while I get on and do something crazy like this.
I meant to say hello to Frank Rizzo and Michael Blade before.
Oh, Frank Rizzo just popped in. I see him. Might have been here earlier, but I wasn't on then.
I had went to get my second cup of coffee.
Yeah, I'm working on my third one. I had my first two with Dennis when he was flying.
How's the weather down by you?
Well, it's finally starting to cool off. The summer's really hung on this year. We finally, 2 weeks ago, got down into the 50s in the morning, but it's still Gets up in the 70s and 80s in the daytime.
Still good motorcycle riding weather.
Oh yeah, it's going to be perfect this next week. We're supposed to get a cool front through here on Sunday, and it's going to be like in 50s in the morning and mid 70s in the day. So next Saturday on our motorcycle ride, it should be perfect.
You ride with a group of motorcycle guys?
Yeah,
and girls?
there's a bunch of us old farts have been riding for years together. I'm the oldest one at 76, and youngest one's 55. So we've all been riding for years and years. And
Well, I'll tell you one thing: you have a beautiful bike.
yeah, well, it's a 2008. It's not a new one, but it's good. Those Gold Wings last forever because they're water cooled instead of air cooled like most motorcycles, and so their engines will go hundreds of thousand miles without any problems at all if you take care of them.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
And they're smooth riding. They have adjustable shocks and heated seats and all kinds of fancies on them.
I was only on a Harley one time. My cousin had bought a used police bike, you know,
Mm-hmm.
at auction, I guess, and he let me ride it one time, and it was a big bike.
Yeah.
You know, I had never rode the biggest bike I had was a 750 Honda.
Yeah. Yeah, the bigger bikes are a little harder to handle when you're still, but once you get moving, they're not a problem.
Hi, Rick Halber. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Rick. Good to see you in. Mason Kieser, too. Good to see you. Yeah, we're fortunate. We live within 80 miles of some of the best hill country riding in the whole state of Texas, and so it's nothing for us to go out on a Saturday morning and go ride the hills, then go someplace for lunch, and then ride some more hills on the way back home. We generally put in about 150 to 180 miles on a Saturday morning.
Yeah, that's a good ride, long ride.
Yeah, yeah. We always have a good time.
I was telling Rodney yesterday that I had bought a bike. I hadn't planned on buying a bike up in New Hampshire one year, and I rode it down back to Long Island. And then the following week, my wife and I and another couple, we rode our bikes down to Atlantic City.
Wow. That's a good long ride. Hey, Rodney's back with his cup of coffee.
I am. And I got my cup of coffee in my 400 AGL cup.
Cool.
They're big cups, aren't they, Rodney?
They're huge. I was so surprised when I got it.
I know, 15 ounces, if I remember right.
He goes, well, I'm going to send you a little cup. I got the cup, and I'm like, if that's his idea of little, I'd hate to see his ideal of big.
We woke up here today, and it was 45 degrees.
Wow.
I mean, I know it's not freezing cold, but it was chilly.
Yeah, it was chilly here. Like I said earlier, it's 41 degrees when I did the sunrise stream.
Yeah, it was 68 here this morning, so it's supposed to warm up to about 80 before that cold front comes through tomorrow.
Yeah, but you're down around El Paso, aren't you?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm close to San Antonio. I'm about 25 miles west of San Antonio.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm far enough away to stay out of town, but close enough I can go in if I have to find something.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. They say that riverfront or river walk in San Antonio is supposed to be real nice, Dean.
Yeah, yeah. Before all this COVID stuff, that's a popular tourist destination.
Oh yeah, I remember. I've been there once or twice and walked through the Alamo and stuff.
Yeah,
and that river walk is impressive. It really is.
We'll get there one of these years.
Well, you'll enjoy it.
Thank you for your service, Michael.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you, Michael.
Even if it was in the Air Force.
That's a lot of people's first introduction to San Antonio, being in the service, basic training.
I ended up going to Fort Dix, New Jersey.
Wow.
Wow. I went to boot camp in San Diego, and that was when I joined in '72. The Navy had 3 recruit training commands: one in Orlando, Florida, one in Great Lakes, and one and then San Diego, which was the oldest one, was the one in San Diego. And my recruiter goes, "Well, we're starting an all-state flag company in Orlando," and he asked me and my buddy, 2 buddies that we joined the Navy together. He asked us if we wanted to join. I said, "No, we want to go to San Diego, because California was the place to go, right? Back in the '70s." And so we went to San Diego, and I'm glad I made that choice, because we would have spent the first part of winter in Great Lakes if we'd gone to Great Lakes, and then of course in Florida it probably would have been like springtime. But anyway, but I'm glad I went to San Diego. In a way, it was kind of, I wanted to go to San Diego because that's where my dad went to boot camp at. So if I was going to follow my dad's footsteps and making a career out of the Navy, I might as well go all the way, right?
Keep the tradition going.
Yeah.
Well, I was never in the Navy, but I spent more time on Navy ships than a lot of people that were.
Were you in the Army?
No, I worked for a research company here in San Antonio that did a lot of radio direction finders and stuff like that.
Okay.
And so we had antennas and equipment on a lot of the Navy ships. And I spent a lot of time in Norfolk. We'd go to Norfolk, do an installation, and then come back a week later, and they had to calibrate those things. So they'd go offshore and do circles for 2 or 3 days so that they could calibrate the system.
Yeah. I know one of the destroyers I was on, we were the CNO test ship, the Chief of Naval Operations test ship, and we were testing a new radar system. So we'd go out into the Pacific Ocean, and we'd just sit there and do squares or do circles, figure eights.
Yep.
And you go out there for a week, and you're just going around in circles or squares or whatever.
It gets boring.
It does. But man, I tell you what, I just want to mention to Mike Blade, I says, yes, Mike, I agree. The military I had the best experiences, and I learned a lot from the military. So what you say there, Mike, is correct. I agree with that. But
I have an interesting story. One time we did an installation of some equipment on a British tanker, but it was one of those kinds where they were doing surveillance work, kind of undercover as a tanker. And they told us we were supposed to be off in the ship channel, like 8 o'clock in the morning to start our circles and calibration. They said we had to be on board by 6:30 at night. So we got on board, and they hauled anchor, and they cruised all night long and came back, and we were on station at 8 o'clock in the morning. And we asked them what they were doing. They said we had to go out 12 miles past the territorial limit so we could open up our duty-free liquor store.
Yeah.
So they spent hundreds of gallons of diesel just to do that. But their Navy at that time was a whole different thing than ours.
Well, it's still a whole different thing. I mean, there's obviously been some changes, but I think they're still considered wet because they still have a ration of alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the U.S. Navy stopped rationing alcohol back in the late 1800s, I believe. I forget the exact date. Good morning, Mela. How are you today?
Hey, there's Roosevelt too. Fly natural.
Hey, Roosevelt.
Hey, Rosie. Mela.
But anyway, that is an interesting story. I ran into a British sailor. I'd met a British sailor in Hong Kong. And the story behind that was some buddies that I was with. We were at the China Fleet Club, and it's a club that's shared by both Americans and then the British. It's run by the British Navy, but they allow us to use it when our ships pull into Hong Kong. And we were in there, and a buddy of mine talked me into finishing my beer off and turning the glass upside down, setting it on the table. And Dean, I think you know what that means, right?
Well, it's similar to something that happened in Korea at one of the Navy bases. They had a little coin, a special coin, and they would I forget what the thing was. They would do something, and if you didn't have a coin, whoever didn't have a coin would buy the round. And one of my friends that had been there before slipped me a coin before I went, so they thought they were going to pull it on me, but they didn't get away with it. Yeah, it's
Mason. Yeah, you definitely develop a brotherhood.
Yeah,
and a bond.
So anyway, to finish my story, I drank my beer and I turned the glass upside down, and this British sailor came over. He goes, "Do you know what that means?" I said, "It means I'm finished with my beer, mate. You know, shipmate." And he hang on a minute. Hey, Hugh, here's the link, brother. Pop on in here if you want to, bud. But so he commits to, and he was getting angry because I was a little tipsy, and I was just agonizing him on. And but anyway, he finally told me what it meant, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I don't mean any disrespect to the Queen. I didn't know that. And so we became friends. And then we left Hong Kong, and we pulled back into the Philippines after we did our mission. And a couple of days later, his ship came in. They were on patrol boats, seagoing patrol boats, and two of their ships pulled in, and he was on one of them. And I have duty on the ship one day, and he sees me, goes, "Hey, Bell, come on over." And I'm like, "I got duty, man." He goes, "Go just see if you can come over." So I went to my duty officer and I asked him, I said, "Can I go over and visit this guy?" And I told the story, I explained to him that we had met him in Hong Kong and stuff. And, "Oh, yeah, sure." He goes, "But be back before 8 o'clock muster." And I said, "Will do." And so I went over there, and we go down to his berthing area, what they call their mess. And he pulls out a couple of beers and hands me a beer, and the other guy that was with me a beer goes, "Here you go, mates," And I'm like, "Oh man, we can't drink this." And my buddy's like, "No, hell, we can't." I'm like, "Okay."
Good times.
And so then we had to go back over and stand there at muster. If you've ever had any British ale, that stuff is some strong stuff. And
I haven't. No.
For a guy, me, that hardly is able to handle 3.2 beer, So I'm going back over there, and I'm in ranks, and I'm like, and I chewed a lot of gum to get the breath, get my breath where it didn't smell like beer, but it didn't work.
I had a little beer in a pub in Spain one time, and one beer, and it was kind of tipsy, and it was 12% beer, same as wine.
Good heavens.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It was strong.
Yeah. Good morning, you.
Good morning, Ray. Morning, Dean. Rodney, what's up, fellas?
Not much. You? How's it going with you?
Good.
Hey, Washington County News Station, Utah. Welcome to the chat.
Now, I get everybody mixed up. Where are you from again?
I'm Canadian. I'm from a little town called Brockville. That's where I live.
Yep.
Just across from the New York border. I can literally see
it's cold up there.
What's that?
Getting cold up there? Snow?
No, it's not too bad. Some places in the Midwest and down in the States have got it worse than us. No snow yet, so can't complain.
I read somewhere that somewhere in Canada they had a blizzard.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Way up north, I saw the weather this morning, and there's one place up in the Yukon or whatever. It's minus 35 or something today.
Oh goodness!
Yeah. I'm still.
I don't care for the cold weather anymore. I go to Florida.
Yeah.
It starts getting cold. So
Yeah, a lot of Canucks do too. I don't mind it. I enjoyed it when I was younger. I did more outside, like skiing and
Yep.
hunting and stuff like that in the winter. But now as I'm getting older, it just means, hey, I got to get out and shovel the driveway, right?
yeah. Well, I'm counting the days. 7 more days, and I'll be getting on the plane and flying down to Florida until May 1st.
Well, what you should have drove.
No, we did that for many years, and flying is the way to go.
So, do you? I guess you own a house down there.
Yeah, we have a small little condo. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
And you got a vehicle down there, or do you guys rent one?
Yes. No, we have a vehicle down there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, and I love it. I can't say enough about it. I highly recommend it to everybody.
Oh, yeah. We used to stay in Port Richey.
Oh yeah, that's on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Sure. Hmm. I'm on the East Coast. I'm by Palm Beach.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Good fishing down there too, and that's the main reason that we picked this area. Very good fishing.
Oh, okay, nice.
And actually, I don't know how to do this, but that dolphin up there, that was caught right over Palm Beach.
Wow.
Oh, is that one you actually caught?
Yeah, I actually caught that. That was the first dolphin, or mahi they call it,
Yeah.
that I caught. It's really not a real big one by any means. I think it was 36 inches, if I remember right. But I was proud of it. So we ended up having it taxidermied and shipped up here, and
That's pretty cool.
been up on the wall
Fish
since
taxidermy.
probably 2002. I caught that.
Oh, wow.
I think Ed lives in Florida. Isn't that right, Ed? You live in Florida?
Yep, Ed's down there. Yeah. I figured exactly where. I know he's north of Melbourne.
Morning, Dennis.
Dennis.
Hey, Dennis.
Sleeping.
Hi, Dennis. Great flight this morning, buddy.
That was a good flight. Man, that lake is so beautiful. Oh, man, I just want to go down there and just spend weeks.
That's a beautiful area. And you couldn't ask for a better climate, right? I mean, that's pretty much nice all year round.
Pretty much.
Dennis, now you're not born and raised in Georgia, right? You relocated there, right?
I believe that's right, Ed. Yeah, I think he's originally from Terre Haute, Indiana.
All
I
right.
believe is where he's originally from. Dennis, correct me if I'm wrong. But that lake, man, all those islands. Oh man, that's a bass fisherman's paradise right there.
Oh, yeah.
I would give me even if I had to go out on that lake on a 14-foot John boat, I would get out to those islands.
Do you keep a boat, Rodney?
Well, we have a John boat. It's not mine. It's my stepdaughter's actually.
Okay.
But I don't take it out much, and my stepson bought an electric motor for it, and I think he's only taken it out like twice since he got it.
Okay.
So, but I'm not so sure that the fishing is all that great in this lake that's in back of our house. My wife said it used to be really good fishing, but back in like 2003, I think they had a hurricane came through. I forget which one was, but I do remember that hurricane. Of course, I didn't know about this area here. She said that the dam broke open and most of the water rushed out.
Oh,
So, and more than likely, a lot of the fish went with it.
oh, really? No kidding.
Yeah. So,
You got to stock it, Rodney. Stock it. Put your own fish in there.
well, that would mean I'd have to go to other lakes. And then, but Ray, I would do that, but somebody would complain.
I know. There's probably all kind of permits you need to do something like that.
And with the current Virginia government, they'd probably come and haul my butt to jail.
Make it interesting. Put a couple of gators in there or something.
Oh yeah, the neighborhood would thank you for that.
I have a cousin in North Carolina. He's in the mountains of North Carolina, a town called Boone.
Oh,
And he lives right on a river, the Watauga River. And his neighbors stock that area of the river with trout. And if he actually sees somebody take a fish home or keep a fish rather than release it, he goes after them. And my cousin rents his house out a lot. And a lot of people don't understand it. Catch and release only.
oh, okay, gotcha.
See, it's not really my lake out here. It's Dennis's.
It's Dennis's lake.
Yeah, it's Dennis's lake.
Okay, there's got to be a story there.
Well, I was doing a Saturday morning sunrise, and he was, saying, "Hey, well, that's a nice lake. It's just a little one. I mean, I would call it a pond to myself, but and I was talking about how nice it was and stuff, and he goes, he goes, I think I'll move up there and make that my lake. And I go, well, Dennis, you can go ahead and have it, And he said, okay, because there's another lake just down the road that's a lot bigger than this one that they used to have bass tournaments on.
Oh,
yeah, and they had to quit doing it because a couple of fishermen, I don't know how it happened or anything, but they were having a bass tournament and a couple of fishermen died. They drowned. Now I don't know the story behind it. So,
Right.
But anyway, so they don't have it there anymore, and you can fish on it, but it's limited, to just a few people. But anyway, I told Dennis he could have this lake, and I'll take that lake. So his is 10 million gallons, and mine is about 30 million gallons. So
Okay.
I got the better side of the deal. So, but don't tell Dennis that.
Well, that Lake Lanier is a big lake, I'll tell you.
I'll tell you what, that
Wow.
is a big lake. I believe, and Dennis, correct me if I'm wrong, that lake it goes for 70 miles, if I remember correctly. I'm going to look that up. He's not listening. Dennis is not listening.
Oh, yeah, you said it. Okay.
he's actively not listening.
Well, he's a blessed man to be there. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Very own troubadour.
Drone Seekers International. Hello.
Hey, drone seekers. Mike Miller, good morning. 70 is about right. Yeah, that's what he said. 70 is about, and 600 miles of shoreline.
Good heavens.
That is a huge lake.
Yes, sir.
And a major city there is Gainesville, I guess. Yeah, looks like the biggest major. There's Beaufort. Looks pretty big.
Buford T. Justice. Remember
And
that?
it's just a little to the northeast of Atlanta. So, in fact, I think Brad Alston mentioned this morning on Dennis's sunrise stream that he when Dennis showed us the Chattahoochee River.
Yep.
Brad Austin said he could see the skyline of Atlanta way in the distance. So
Wow.
That was a cool shot Dennis had with the fog and everything, the mist over the river.
yeah,
Yeah, that
Really
was
nice
really,
shot,
really
Dennis.
a nice looking
Kudos.
shot.
Last week, he was filming a fire or something, I think.
no, that was on a previous sunrise.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but man, and then last weekend, of course, I had that really nice the low-lying fog, and it was light fog. In fact, the background picture that I have, I can't see it unless I remove everybody. I'm going to remove you guys. I'm going to put you guys in the green room for a moment just so I can show this background that I've got. I took this last weekend, I believe. So I'll put you back up, so don't go nowhere. Isn't that a great picture?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
It is. Well, I got a bite of my cereal in, Rodney.
Well, let me know when you want to take a bite, and I'll take you off the screen. Johnny Drone Flyer, good morning. Brent Nunley, good morning.
Hey, Johnny, how's everything in Louisiana?
Hey, good morning, Brent. Long time no see, buddy.
Brent, good morning.
What's up, Johnny?
Johnny, he's having so much fun with his Mini 2 down there in Louisiana.
Oh, I bet.
He's really enjoying it.
I haven't thought about a new drone recently, but then when that Mini 2 came out, I tell you what, I'm tempted. I am really tempted.
Well, I'm hearing a lot of good things about it.
Oh, yeah.
I asked Santa for one,
Yeah.
I just got the Mavic Air 2, so I'm not even going to.
Well,
Oh,
Nice cat butt.
I have a Mavic Mini. I haul around my motorcycle. It does everything I need to do. I generally don't get that far away, so it does a good job. So I'm not going to buy the Mini 2.
you say you have the Mini 1?
Yeah.
Okay, and you have it follow you on your bike?
No.
Oh.
It won't follow anything. It'll crash into something because
Oh, okay.
neither one of those have sensors. Now my Mavic Pro will follow me. My Mavic 2 Pro will follow me because it's got avoidance stuff.
right?
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
but
I like the original Mini. That's
Yeah.
a nice little drone.
yeah.
Well, I bought the combo package and it's so small it fits right in the trunk of my motorcycle with all kinds of room to spare. The
Wow.
2 with that big huge controller and the little case they give you for it's quite a bit bigger than the original one.
Yeah, that is one difference. That the controllers are different. Of course, the Mini 2 has the OcuSync system in it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's huge. That's huge.
The Mini doesn't, but I've out here in the country. There's nothing that bothers that Mini. I don't know how far it'll go. I had it out to 3,200 feet one time, and I chickened out and came back.
Oh, my.
That's far. Yeah, that's far.
Yeah,
That's pretty far.
but I
that's
live out in
all
the country. I live out in the country, so there's not a lot of Wi-Fi interference. You know, people have Wi-Fi in their homes, but it doesn't go far.
yeah.
I just would hate to lose a drone that far away.
It'll come back home, just
Yeah.
like the big ones. If
No, I know,
if you lose
yeah.
signal, first time I took it out, I was instead of standing on my balcony, I was down in the trees, and it didn't get very far, and it decided I don't have any signal, and it turned around and came back.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Right.
you just have to watch where you land because it's not going to land right where you put it like the big ones. It might land within 5 or 10 feet, but it's not going to land in the same spot.
I think Dennis makes a good point.
Jack, I actually just got this Cat 2 days ago. She's a brand new acquisition.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rescue?
Yep.
Well, she seems to love your company.
She's pretty friendly, that's for sure.
Yeah.
friendly.
Ty-Ty's a rescue cat. I went into PetSmart in Fredericksburg one day, and this was back in 2011. And she was in there with another kitten, and I was going to get the other kitten because the other kitten was just beautiful, and Ty was 9 months old at the time. And I asked the person that was attending it, go, what's wrong with this cat? It's an older cat. And they said, well, she's blind in one eye, and she's not really good with kids.
Okay.
And in fact, she goes, we're going to put her down if nobody takes her.
Oh boy.
I just couldn't let that happen. You can call me a softie if you want to, but I just couldn't let
How long have you had her?
Since 2011.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
And it took 3 months for her to even come to me.
When we first brought her home, she hid, and I thought, oh great, I bought a pet, and the pet wants nothing to do with me, right? But within 24 hours, she started demanding affection. I was really surprised.
Yeah, well, I was living on base at the time, and after, I guess it was about 2.5 months, I was sitting at my computer. She comes up, and I felt something grab my arm, and I looked down, and she'd come up, jumped up on the front paws up on the chair, and had grabbed it, put her claws on my arm. And I reached down to pet her, and she let me pet her, and she's just gotten progressively better. I mean, if I had company over, she'd go hide.
Oh yeah.
And when Val and I met, she wouldn't come. She would go hide when Val came over, but after a while, after she got used to Val being there, she'd come out. And so
Rick Halbert gets cats from the pound too.
yeah.
That's right, Dennis. She just wants to be a YouTube star. I'm
That's
getting
it.
more views now.
So, but see, now Ty won't let me hold her like that.
She just comes right up. She wants me to.
Yeah.
This is my 3rd day with her. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got to make that. That is so cute. She's a pretty cat too.
Yeah. She's beautiful.
How old is the cat? You?
She's only 4 months old. Just a kitten.
Oh, okay.
Wow. That's awesome.
My son, he has a cat very similar to that, and he's had it probably 12 or 13 years now.
Wow. This is my first one in 25 years.
She looked at the camera and she's like, oh.
Yes. Master's doing her bidding. Jack, her name is Annabelle.
And his wife ended up finding a litter of kittens in their bushes outside their house last year, and they had just been probably born less than a week. And she took them in, started bottle feeding them, and they took care of them. And they were gonna obviously give them away, but they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. She kept them. She kept them all. Now they have 6 cats.
Sorry, Tomas. Tomas says no need to have highlighted that. Hey, we're all entitled to our opinions, Tomas. I'm not condemning you.
Okay.
I'm not condemning you, brother. You don't like cats? Believe it or not, I didn't like cats at first either. So, I'm not going to condemn you. I don't think Hugh, Dean, or Ray's going to condemn you or anybody.
No,
I love dogs. I had dogs for 50 years.
I've always been a dog person myself. Never
Yep,
had
same
very many cats, but when I was first married, we had an old Siamese cat, and he liked to ride in the car. And if we didn't take him in the car, he'd get pissed off.
Really?
And at Christmas time, we came home one time and not take him in the car, and he had our Christmas tree knocked down and stuff scattered everywhere.
That'll teach you.
Oh man, it's bad enough that cats think they own everything, and they have that attitude.
Mm-hmm.
When they show you, when they punish you,
Yeah.
oh man, it's not pretty.
We actually wanted to buy a dog, but since the pandemic up here in Canada, dog prices have just gone skyrocketing.
Really?
Yeah, to get like a Chihuahua, they're asking $3,000, $4,000, which is just crazy.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of people have good luck getting the dogs from rescuing the dogs also.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. If I was going to get a dog, I would definitely get a rescue dog. I mean, I would love to have there's 3 types of dogs that I really like. Labradors are the number 1, German Shepherd is the number 2, and then Golden Retrievers is the dog I'd like to have third, If I was going to have a dog. If I couldn't have a German Shepherd or a Lab, I'd have a Retriever, a Golden Retriever. I just think they're all. The problem with Golden Retrievers is the long hair.
Yeah. I love black and tan dogs. Could be a Doberman, a Rottweiler, a Coonhound, a Dachshund. I just love the black and tan.
Hiya, Kevin. How's everything in Scotland, buddy?
Hey, Kevin, Daddy of 13 in the house. Hey, brother.
What's up, Daddy?
But at one time in another marriage, we had a Labrador Retriever. We had an Australian Shepherd.
Oh,
it was a mix. I forget the other breed, but she was a Shaggy. Puddles was her name. She was one of the best dogs I've ever had. And then we had 2 cats, Thomas and Thomas Jr.
really?
Thomas and Thomas Jr.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there was a lady that had a cat and wanted to breed her female cat to our male cat, which was Thomas. And so we did, and then she gave us one of the kittens, and we just named it Thomas Jr.
Yep.
But anyway.
Hi, Gary. How you doing?
Oh, Gary. Hey, Gary, how you doing, brother? Hey, Gary, I heard you did your first live stream the other day, man. I'm sorry I missed that.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I was lucky enough to be on it.
Yeah, he did a very good job for a first one. I was scared to death first one I ever did, but he looked like he was relaxed.
Yeah, there is when you do your first live stream, there is a little bit of a nervous factor, isn't there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the first one I did was with my Mavic 2 Pro, and that was really nervous trying to watch what it was doing.
Oh, okay.
I'll never forget my first guest. I've only done a couple of live streams, but the one time I did the first time, Ken Active Kindness was my very first person that came on and talked to me.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he kicks around. What's up? You want cookies, huh?
Here.
That's your new buddy, you. Hey.
Oh yeah. BFF. I'm home all day, so she keeps me company.
Are you retired or you work from home? Okay.
No, I'm retired. I'm a writer. I do some work, but not too much. Mostly living the good life.
I've read your books. You have a series of books.
Oh wow.
I wish I could remember the name of them.
Oh, the novels that I wrote?
Yeah, it was a series. I think it was a book of 3.
Yeah, Star Wolves, Star Fury, and Star Viking.
And what's the subject matter?
Science fiction.
Yeah, it was science fiction, and the guy, the hero of it was an American, but he was from his roots were from Norway. So, or was he actually Norwegian? Hugh?
You know, I don't even remember. I remember I had him growing up in a little town in Norway. His parents were killed.
Yeah.
I wrote that about 10 years ago. Wow.
Oh man. What was your last name again, Hugh?
Long. I'm Huey Long. Well, I'm pretty
Huey Long.
Or infamous, I should say.
Oh, gee, come on, Rodney, spell Hugh the right way. Right there in front of me, and I still can't spell it right.
Well, so far so good. I've been getting into the live streams, and I haven't been having audio issues, or
you
the
sound
connection's
really
been
good.
lasting. But I appreciate you guys all inviting me in. Thank you.
You say you're leaving?
No, I'm just saying thank you.
Oh, well, you're welcome. You're welcome, Ray. Well, you don't come up, just so you know, you didn't come up on a Google search.
It's Hugh. Well, you'll find me if you do Hugh B. Long. I always Hugh B. Long.
Hugh B.
Hugh B. Long.
Sounds almost like Chinese.
Yeah. You know, when I was a young guy, I phoned up a girl one time, and her dad answered, and he said, "Are you Asian, boy?" I said, "No, sir."
Is that a picture? That is you.
Yeah.
Standing next to a lady. Says the author's journey.
Oh yeah, my video. That's an interview I did a few years ago. Yeah.
Wow, what a difference.
Oh yeah, I'm getting old. Aren't we all though, right?
Yes, we are. So
I'll go check it out a little later. You.
Sure.
Tribus. It says TRIBES tribes.
Oh, the tribes of Yggdrasil.
Yes, that's it.
Yggdrasil was the Norse world tree in mythology, like in the old Vikings.
Okay, yeah, that's the one I read.
Yeah.
Yep, they were pretty good. I really enjoyed them.
How'd you like them?
That's interesting. How did you get involved with writing books? You.
I wanted to write since I was a kid, but I spent most of my career doing telecommunications. I worked for some of the big telecom companies down in the States, and I decided to retire at 40 from telecom and, I don't know, try being a writer. So I did that for 10 years.
Okay.
So, yeah, thought I'd give it a shot.
You've written several books, it looks like.
Yeah.
Star Wolves.
Yep. What they don't tell you is, unless you're Stephen King, you don't make a lot of money.
Yeah.
I made a hell of a lot more in telecom than I ever did as a writer, but that's
I've
okay.
heard that.
Well, you got to get that following.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be on social media and doing all that stuff. And I just, I'm more of an introvert, even though I'm on here with you guys. I'm more of an introvert, so I stay off social media.
I'm an introvert. Yeah. I don't talk about. I'm not comfortable talking around people I'm not familiar with.
Yeah.
In real life.
Yep.
Now I seem to do okay, like on YouTube and stuff, because I mean, after all, I'm talking to you guys.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're saying this, Rodney. You're shy. You don't seem to be shy.
Actually, I'm getting a lot. I'm a lot better at that now. So, and I think YouTube has a lot to do with that. As when I became a Navy instructor, it was hard for me in the beginning. I was like, okay,
Yep.
Well, this thing does this, and this thing does that, But then once you get used to talking in front of people, it all starts to flow. So,
Takes some time to build confidence, that's for sure.
Trial and error. Yeah.
Also, the thing is, of getting older, I don't care if I make a mistake. I'm human. Who cares?
Yeah.
I don't worry so much anymore.
Yeah, neither do I. I'm not as self-conscious as I used to be. And I mean, the one thing I haven't been able to shake is when I do make a mistake, I am really bad about punishing myself.
Yeah, we're always our own worst critic, right?
I mean, I'll sit there and criticize myself for an hour where my boss goes, just start over. He's not upset about it. Why should you be? But he's still waiting to get his card.
Oh, okay.
Well, Dennis, I'm afraid you might have a long wait, brother.
Take care, Rick. See you, buddy.
Oh, is Rick leaving? Hey, Rick, you have a great guy. Great guy. Have a great day, my friend.
Have a great day, Rick.
And see, and that's another thing because words just pop out of my mouth, just like then. So.
Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to fly today. It's a little too windy here. I was hoping to get in a flight, but it's not going to happen.
Well, if I get all my stuff done today, I may try to go live using my Air 2, my Mavic Air 2, because I haven't tried that yet, but it's not going to be on my main channel. It's going to be on my practice channel.
Oh, you have a couple of channels now?
I have one other that I use just to experiment with. So
it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I have a lot of things to do, so maybe it's just as well. I have to shut down my ponds, my fish ponds that I have.
Yeah.
I got to take the filters in and keep them in the shed. And I've been putting that off for a good week now. So today's going to be the day.
Do you take the fish out for the winter, Ray?
No, they stay right in the ponds.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I keep an aerator going, a bubbler.
Okay.
Keeps the aeration in the water.
Hey, Dan.
And they survive all winter. They stay under the ice and.
Nice.
Yeah.
I always wanted a koi pond, but I don't know. I was never brave enough to pull the trigger and try it.
Do it. Do a small one. That would get you hooked like me.
I don't think I can do it up here. I think I'd have to bring them in or something during the winter. Otherwise, they'd be like frozen fish sticks.
Well, the key again, if you're in a colder climate like you'd have to have it at least 3 or 4 feet deep. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I noticed that Dan Drone Worship is in the house. Did you use that word you learned yesterday, Dan? Did you use it on someone? You remember that, Ray?
No. What happened?
Well, I don't know. We were on a subject about calling people names and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
And Dan had been talking about some guy had called him an eggplant.
An eggplant. Okay,
Yeah.
no. I don't know.
I said, that's not really bad. Can you imagine being called smegma breath?
Oh, goodness.
And that just stopped him in his tracks.
Oh.
How's everything down in Florida, Dan? Hot still, right?
Oh, Gary. Oh, so Gary, you keep your fish in the pond all year? Huh.
Hey,
Up here in Ontario, where I am.
Gary.
Brent Ariels.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a pond too? Okay.
Wow.
Dan, Gary, if you guys want to join in, there's the link. Anybody's welcome. I am going to limit it to just 6, I think, today, though.
If anybody else wants to come in, I'll step out.
Yeah, same here. Rotate guests.
Just let me know if you got anybody in the green room, Rodney.
Well, okay. Well, I can actually do 10 people on the screen.
Wow.
But it gets it. In fact, I may even have, if we do get 10 people, I may put everybody up there. It'll kind of get out of hand, I think, because so many people will be talking.
Yeah.
Like an episode of the Brady Bunch.
I'm gonna have to cut out of here myself. I've got some things I got to do. My wife's been giving me the evil eye from the out of sight here, so I'm gonna have to leave you guys. It's been fun this morning. Thank you for letting me come in.
Well, you're always welcome to come in anytime you want, Dean.
Good to see you, Dean.
All right, take care.
Take care. Be good. Have a great day.
He's such, not to talk about Dean while he's gone, but he's such a soft-spoken, nice guy. He really is.
You know, I met him in October 2019 at Spin Up, and he is really a great guy.
Okay. And there he is.
Oh man.
Good morning. Good morning.
So you're feeling rowdy, huh?
I'm feeling rowdy. I just woke up.
Yeah. Well, I guess that would. How long were you out last night? Were you guys flying? Is that what you were doing last night?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me pause this. I'm getting double audio. I keep forgetting to do that.
You have a whole group, a regular group that you fly with a lot, right, Dan?
Well, I'm part of the multi-city cigar rotor group. Ever since I started FPV, I realized you got to get around other pilots that are really good because they teach you skills that you just didn't think about before. Some of these guys have been flying a long time. So, for me, making the transition was a lot easier by getting to know pilots that were much better than myself. And they teach you a lot of maneuvers that you just couldn't even fathom until somebody showed you the stick prompts. So yeah, it's better when you're learning FPV to get around people if you can that have been doing this. So yeah, I joined up with a couple FPV groups actually. The Cigar City Multi-Rotor Group has some of the best pilots in Florida, so I kind of go hang out with those guys and
It's really a lot of fun. It's really,
it is.
Like
It
you
is.
say, you learn.
Yeah. They fly all the time too. They'll just name up. We have a Discord and they just post in the meetups where they're going to be at. So I always just go to the location everybody's at. And, get out there and fly. So it's easy. It's almost an every night thing.
Wow.
Yeah. And sometimes, Ray, they go out there and they have that. Like there was one video he posted. They went to a beach and they were out there flying drones.
Actually, I hosted that one. I was like, dude. I said, I hosted that one. I went into meetups. I'm like, who wants to go to the beach, fly, eat, and just have a fun day? And everybody showed up. So that was actually kind of fun.
And that one guy that had the van, just he got this van, and it's just strictly for him flying.
Yep.
Cool.
Well, yeah, he lives in it. He just travels around.
Oh, okay.
He's sponsored by AstroX. Like I said, a lot of the guys in the multi-city rotor group are all sponsored pilots. They're really talented. And he flies long range too. I don't know if you watched that flight, but he went all the way down the harbor. He took his FPV race drone at like 90 miles an hour around the entire harbor, way out over the water, went around a tower out there, came back. I mean, he's got long range rigs, so his is insanely fast, and it goes a long ways. It's fun to watch those guys fly. They're very good.
Wow. I'm gonna have
That's right in Tampa, right? Tampa Harbor, or
No, that would have been. We were over by St. Pete side, actually fairly close to MacDill Air Force Base. We squeezed into a no-fly zone probably this big on a map. It was like a piece of pie. Like if it was the pie that normally gets donated yearly to charity, that was the slice that we were chilling in.
St. Pete Beach. That's a nice area there. I like it there.
That was actually Gandy Beach, but it's the
Oh,
crossover between
Gandy.
Tampa
That's
and
St. Pete. Yeah,
So
St.
it's right in
Petersburg.
there.
My friend lives right on Gandy Boulevard. Has a condo right on
Okay.
Gandy Boulevard.
Yeah, that's nice. They got the Mr. Crab Shack or whatever it is, Crab Lakes. That's beautiful, good food. I'm sorry, I'm still a fat guy.
Dude, you're looking pretty good. You look like you've
Thank
dropped
you.
30 pounds.
More like 120, but yeah, I'll go with that. 30 pounds is pretty good.
Oh my, are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
How did you do it, Dan? How did you do it? Diet or did you have the surgery?
I got really, really sick. I lost a bunch of things in my body I apparently don't need anymore.
Wow.
So yeah, when they start taking stuff out, your body goes, "Oh, we have to make changes." And, yeah. So just kind of worked out, I guess.
That's good. Good for you.
Well, thank you. Optimize your PC. I don't want to. It's too early for that. I hate random
I told you guys many times, it's hard for me to read the chat and talk. I like to look at your faces.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Mason, what's up, dude? Sorry, I gotta pop the chat out here.
Yeah, Dennis is saying he loves Clearwater, St. Pete, Treasure Island. Yeah.
Clearwater's hard to fly now. They've changed all the rules for Clearwater. It's gotten annoying.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's they've made it so that like they just don't want anybody to fly the beaches down there.
Okay.
The only place in Florida I've ever, well, I can't say that. The only places I've been in Florida is I've been to Pensacola, and that was when my son was going to school down there. And then I've been to the Tampa area, but I wasn't in Tampa. I was down. Do you know where that Minute Maid plant is? Dan, you live in Tampa, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, I do live in Tampa. I just know that we have like Budweiser. There's a couple brew industries, Coca-Cola.
I can't remember the name of the town it was in, but when you get out of the airport, you go across this big long bridge, and you go down, and it seems like it's where all the baseball teams have their summer camps at, or their training camps.
Dude, you're talking like Tropicana Field.
Yeah, somewhere in that area. Let me get Google Maps up here. I'll figure it out. But I was down there, and yesterday on my live stream, I was talking about I'd had alligator tail. It was at a restaurant down there, right next to that Minute Maid plant.
Alligator tail is good. I like alligator.
I liked it.
Tastes like chicken.
I wasn't too sure at first, but
yeah, it's one of the. I mean, it is a fatty meat. It's definitely fatty. But man, is it delicious! I don't know if I think it tastes like chicken, but it's chewy.
You know what tastes like chicken though, and I've had it in Florida. Frog's legs.
Frog's
legs.
Has
very much
had
so.
Frog's legs? Yep.
Louisiana frog legs. Yeah.
Now,
they're
caveat: when I was eating the alligator, I was very, very drunk, so it tasted like chicken.
Yeah, no, it's normally, if it's a decent meat, it's kind of fatty and it's a little bit chewy, but I don't know if I've ever gotten the thought of I tell you what, I have had squirrel. I've had red squirrel before. I think it was close to red squirrel to me. Yeah, I'm from Michigan, man. We used to hunt everything. You just kill it, you eat it, but yeah, I think that was more what I got from it. I don't know. Chicken just is such a tender meat; it just kind of falls apart. So, anyways,
I think it was. I want to say it was in Palm Harbor.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I know where Palm Harbor is. I just don't know.
I'm trying to see if there's something that's familiar.
Look up Florida Minute Maid.
That manatee preserve sounds cool, Dennis. That's something I'd like to do. Swim with them.
I've done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually yearly take my kayaks down there, and they'll just come up to your kayaks.
Wow.
Yeah, they only make a run at a certain time every year, and they're fun. They're fun. They're just kind of dumb. They're not like they'll interact with you, but they're not very intelligent creatures. They're like a sea cow, basically. That's how I look at it. They just kind of float around. They're just there. They don't really mess with anybody. They don't do anything. If you get in the water, then they get extremely curious. They'll come up to you and like chew on your face mask and your goggles. They don't really have teeth, but I have a whole video of us swimming with them. It's fun.
2 years ago, I did a trip to Crystal River for the manatees.
That's where I went.
I went with Captain Mike, but it was a bad day for it. He had a hard time finding them, and then when he did find them, the water was a little murky. It wasn't clear water, and basically, you were about this close to the manatee before you saw it, and it scared the heck out of you.
Yeah.
Well, Ron, you guys know my big friend Ron, who's on camera sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got mounted by one. I'm pretty sure it was trying to have its way with him.
Okay.
Yeah, I got footage of it. It's funny. You're not supposed to touch him, so when it started to sink him and try to hold him underwater, I was laughing uncontrollably, even though he was trying to drown my friend for unknown reasons. But the guide that we were with was like, "Don't touch him. It's illegal. He's an endangered species." I'm like, "Well, he's going to kill my fat friend." You know? Like he's
Eddie's Bar and Grill. You ever heard of Eddie's Bar and Grill?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Coca-Cola owns that Minute Maid plant.
Okay.
And some of the guys that work there took us to this Eddie's Bar and Grill, and that was the first place I had gator tail.
Oof, yeah.
It was good. I'm surprised I found it. Now let me see if I can find the name of the area that it's in. It's by Josiah Cephas Weaver Park. Like no name for a city there.
Let's see. Like just a small.
First time I had gator tail was in Punta Gorda.
Punta Gorda.
Gorda. Fat Point.
It's right there where Calidasa Island State Park is.
Living in
Dundon. Dunedin.
Dunedin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that.
there.
Yeah, they used to correct me every time when I say, "Hey, we're in Dundon."
Rodney, put up that screen share if you would, sir.
Oh,
Let's see if I can pull this up. I think I can.
all right.
I'll wait until you see me or see you sharing it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
This is one time. There we go.
That one?
Yeah, I'll pause this. This is when Ron was getting yeah. I go ahead and mute the audio because it is so this is that haziness you were talking about, right? Where all of a sudden manatees just come out of nowhere. That's a manatee.
Wow.
But as the day went on, it cleared up and you were able to start seeing a lot easier. So after about 30 minutes, the water stopped stirring up so much and we were able to see them a lot easier.
Oh yeah, you got some good shots of it.
Right.
Yeah. Nice.
You can see all the scar marks on their back, the propellers where they've been hit. This one was chewing on the rope for the boat while it was anchored.
Good Lord, look at all the scars. That's awful.
Yep. Yeah, you can see where the propellers just carved across their back while they're,
What kind of camera are you using here, Dan?
That was my GoPro Hero 4, I want to say.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, for murky water, it wasn't doing too bad. That was only 1080 at 60 frames a second. I could have probably bumped the resolution up, but it would have chewed through the battery real quick. See, he's getting this one to do tricks. He was getting him to roll and stuff. I thought that was interesting. It's just a little guy chewing on his face, whispering into his ear.
Oh. That's adorable.
It is. Yeah, well, this one climbed on me, too. This one was very curious.
Looks like Lovett at first sight.
Yeah. And this one was just sleeping, just floating around sleeping. You could just bump it. He didn't care. He would just sleep through it. This is why they get hit by boats. Because that's his back above the water. See, and then they get slammed by a boat, you know. That's what I say. They're not very smart creatures. They're like sea cows, basically. They just kind of are there in the water, you know.
Are they a protected species?
They're endangered.
Endangered?
Yeah. You're not supposed to touch them unless they come up to you. Like this one now is chewing on me. He has made his way officially over to me. And he's having some one-on-one time with my face. I'm trying to not get killed. I don't know what the manatee's intentions are.
He looks vicious.
Oh, yeah.
That face, man.
Super, super vicious. But they're just wild, you know. The babies are way more curious than the adults are, obviously. I mean, they've never seen people, so they just kind of come up to you like, what's up? He's chewing on my arm now.
I got to put that on my bucket list to do this.
So yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's one of those things where if you haven't experienced it, it's definitely a good time.
Well, that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I didn't know that about Apollo Beach, Dennis, about the odor. I have a couple of friends that live there, and they say it's the greatest place in Florida, you know?
What did I do here? So Ron lives out in Apollo Beach. What did he say about smell? I never smell anything. Oh yeah, they have the poo plant down there, the waterworks plant. There's something really certain areas gravitate some stenchy world. Yeah.
You gotta love those water treatment plants.
Yeah, Ron lives right next to one. Yeah, I never thought about it. I guess I just got so used to visiting Ron, I don't think about it anymore. You just smell it for 10 minutes. You're like, oh, there it is. And then you keep going, you know.
What's up? Buddy? You just want to cuddle, huh? All right. Come on, Bill.
Hugh was telling us about his new cat there. Annabelle?
Yep.
He's only had her for like 3 days. And
It's amazing. It's so friendly already.
I know.
I guess she's grateful that I rescued her or something. I don't know.
Yes.
You know?
So, you know, Dennis said something. He goes, I thought it was a power plant, but have you ever smelled a paper mill?
Oh, God, yes.
No.
Huge.
Bad, huh?
Oh, in comparison, I'd rather smell a water treatment plant.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That's how bad a pepper mill smell is. Paper mill.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
We have them all over the place here in Canada.
And if you drive in California, if you ever go to California and you drive through the San Joaquin Valley, there is a big stockyard out there. And I'm not lying to you, boys. 35 miles away, if the wind's in the right direction, you can smell that place.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, it goes that far.
Oh, well, the San Joaquin Valley of California is really flat. And it's a valley, really. It's the San Joaquin Valley, and then it runs into the Central Valley and stuff. So it's real flat down there. But when that wind's blowing from the north, blowing south, and you're going north on Interstate 5, I forget the name of the town, but if you're south of that town, you're going to smell it. It's terrible. Still not as bad as a paper mill, though. Paper mill almost made me sick. It was so bad.
Yeah. I guess if you live there, you get used to the smell, but
well, that's probably true of anything, but
yeah, you get used to it. Yep. Rodney, I'm going to have to step out now. I got to start my day and get these ponds done. But thank you for the invite, and good seeing you again, and Dan and you and everybody in the chat.
Have a good one.
Have a good day. All right.
Take care, brother.
Bye-bye.
Toodles.
So
All right, Rodney, I'm sharing another link here.
Oh,
I
okay.
wanted to, because I flew a water treatment plant like a year ago, and I didn't realize these things have an open top on them. And this is why they stink, right?
Oh, look at
So
that.
those big circular things are churn pits, and I didn't realize it. Wait till you see me get over the top of one of these things, bro. You see how gross that water is,
Oh,
dude.
God.
It's gnarly looking. Let's just say that. I didn't even know this river was back here. Actually, I want to go back out there now and put my kayak in there and follow that whole river line.
That's a really cool structure to see from the air like that.
Yeah, I think a 3DR solo that day, maybe. Looks like it. I didn't have the resolution bumped up. All right, look at the poo water. You see the poo water?
oh
You
geez.
can't unsee that.
Ooh.
It's just something you can't unsee. Look at all the water troughs where they send it through. Oh my God, I had no idea they were open lid stuff, man. And I get it because they don't want them to build up fumes in case fire. They just need to be able to air out. That's why that whole area just stinks. Like
Working there would be a shitty job.
oh,
you see what it is.
this guy.
Mhm.
Look at that thing bubbling away, just churning the poo.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah, Mel. I've smelled chicken farms too. They're pretty bad, aren't they?
Like I don't even know what this is. What like it was kind of neat flying over this stuff though, because it kind of gives you an idea of how many channels it has to go through before the water comes out kind of clean. I'm assuming.
Well, that looks a little cleaner.
Yeah, green. Probably dumping it right off in Hillsborough River there to your right. It's just a little line.
That river don't look too good, but
No.
it look kind of brownish, doesn't it?
Well, we have weird water here. Sulfur. It's a lot of sulfur in the water. So like we have sulfur springs. Our water's like reddish brown colored. It was windy that day, I guess. Mustn't the flag get beat up?
I'm surprised they let you fly over that.
Who said they did?
Oh,
It just said it was public airspace. So I was like, yeah.
okay.
Why not?
Well, I mean, I could be wrong, but I thought I would have figured they'd consider that as critical infrastructure.
I don't know. There's no warnings on the map. I didn't see anything else. Other people, I looked at videos, they'd flown it.
If there was no warnings, then
I was across the street, which you'll see here in a second. My car was actually, I'll just speed it up because we pretty much saw the plant. Look at all that poo water, dude.
God,
All right, we're going to get past that. You didn't see this. I don't know what you're talking about. No roads were crossed. No gigantic power lines. You saw none of this.
What gigantic power lines?
Right. I don't know what you're talking about.
The only cars I see are sitting in that parking lot you're in.
Right.
You're not over them.
Right.
Well, you're not supposed to cross power lines in the States?
What's that? No, it was just a joke.
Okay.
You saw none of this crossing roads, going to a big power line. None of it. Yeah, we were. I think my Mazda 3 was getting worked on. I was so bored. I wanted to see what was at the plant across the street, and I had my drone with me, so I just kind of put it up while they were working on my car. Tire choice. Who's that fat guy? You need to work out, bro. What's your deal?
Right?
So what's your plan for today?
Me?
Dan, I'll get your name right here in a minute.
I don't really know yet. I don't think I'm doing anything. I flew, so we were late into the morning, so I think I got like 4 hours of sleep. Stop it, smack my breath. I was waiting to see who was going to throw that, man. It would be Dennis. That was on point, dude.
It was. Good job, Dennis. Good job.
Oh,
Hey,
my
Dennis, how's
God.
it going, brother?
You forgot the first part of it, though. It was you fat eggplant. Oh, man. That's good.
Oh,
I knew I'd come over here for a reason.
you love it.
The entertainment value never ceases to amaze me. Scart's like, yeah, okay, what are we talking about? No, he did. I think Rodney explained it before I came in a little bit, man. Yesterday,
I did.
yesterday, Rodney got me, boy. It's been so long since I've heard that S word. And I remember how gross it was the first time I learned what it was. So I was like, oh, that's something I don't think I'll ever have a conversation with is somebody else ever. Like, it's just like, why would we ever need to use that word for anything? You know, and then Rodney just threw it on the table. He's like, I told this guy this one time, schmegler breath. I was like, oh, wow. How did you even, I can't comprehend that. Like, I never would have thought of that word to say to somebody else if you're trying to,
You gotta
have a go at them.
You got to go watch the video, Hugh.
Oh, was this yesterday?
Yeah, it was yesterday afternoon.
Oh, we were in tears, man.
It stopped him in its tracks.
It's like I never would have thought to use that word. Like, how does we were going into the discussion, how does somebody think to use eggplant? Like, of all the words you could have used to explain fat, you chose eggplant. Like, I don't know, man. It just felt like there were other words you could have used that would have like fit the cause better. Maybe he just and Dennis was like, well, maybe his favorite, vegetable was eggplant. I was like, I don't know, man. It's just such a strange word, and that's when he hit me with schmeckma.
Yeah, not a word I use in conversation.
Right, like ever. I don't think I've ever.
No, neither do I. But what had happened? Somebody called me that once.
Oh man.
And I just thought it was hilarious, and I had to go look it up, and it was even funnier after I learned what I learned what the definition was. It was even funnier because I'm like grabbing my mouthwash.
Yes, well. Oh God.
So I started using it after that.
Okay, Dennis, sounds good. Schmeckma. I think that's the only movie I've ever heard it in either was Austin Powers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think they say it like twice in the second movie. Like schmeckma. Like what?
Myers. Quite a guy.
Oh gosh, those movies need to come back. There's not movies like that anymore, man. I mean, the world is so uptight. We need Mike Myers to make another Austin Powers.
So the guy there's this old science fiction show called Red Dwarf from the UK.
Okay.
And this guy used to call his friend Schmeghead. Listen, Smeghead or Schmeghead. So he was probably alluding to Schmegma now, but it never occurred to me then.
Right. That's why it's like a word you just never hear. You hear it once, you learn the definition of it, you know how gross it is, and then you never say it again. You know?
I'm not sure what Dennis is trying to say here. Maybe he knows.
Nature said it's an old product name of a fridge. Oh, so he's calling him like fridge head. Interesting. At drone worship, LOL. Okay, I'm done now. At drone worship. Dan, I understand about what? Clawbacks? What the heck? Somebody else want to pronounce that?
It says Paulbacks. That's what it sounds like.
Paybacks.
Oh, paybacks. Oh,
paybacks.
I gotcha.
Dennis, you had me worried there. I thought we created a new word for a second.
So I ain't never heard no Paulbacks. I don't know what.
This will be the interview. Clawbacks are a beach. Like what?
That's Georgian talk.
That's what the cat does when I pet her. She paws back.
I like that. Oops. Paulbacks are a new breed of eggplant.
Oh, Dennis. I love you, bro. It's too early to cry, man. Stop. Oh, jeez. I'm sensitive today.
Oh, my God. I choked on that one. a new type of.
Force rectifying payback. Wow. Oh my.
Philip,
What have we created? We created a monster, Rodney.
We did. Well, to be honest with you, Dan, Dennis was always a monster.
Mm.
We just brought the inner monster out.
Gotcha. Just had to unleash the beast, huh?
Yeah.
So, Dennis, now you have to write a song about pawbacks, an original. Come on. You can do it on the ukulele, man. You got this.
That would be a good deal.
You got this, bro. Yeah, if that guy can sing about lesbian seagulls, you can sing about pawbacks, right? Don't you remember that lesbian seagulls? I was like, what? Where'd you get that from, bro? My son is in the USF. Pretty area down there. I went to high school in Clearwater area. I miss it downtown. No, you don't. It's very hot down here. Stay where you're at.
The ukulele pawbacks. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Never tell people what pawbacks actually means either. You gotta keep the,
There you go.
curiosity.
Yeah.
Night Train.
Oh, we do have Night Train in here. How is it everybody knows about that? I think I was going to build a flying red dwarf ship at one point. I forget what it was called, like the Copper or the something like that, right?
That's
Not what
old.
it was. Yeah, but didn't they have like a weird shaped ship?
Hey, listen,
I don't remember, to be honest.
can you guys hear that?
Nope.
No. I so thought you just like swung a dildo in front of the camera is what it looked like. Yeah, but you did it so fast. I was like, was that a dildo? What is happening here?
What's Rodney been up to lately, I wonder?
Right.
I'll never tell.
50 Shades of, I don't know, something.
50 Shades of Yellow. Oh no! I was hoping you guys could hear that big flock of geese that was just flying over. They are loud.
Only
Hey,
Dan's
How you
mind.
doing, brother?
Dude, there's
Sorry,
only one of me. Exploration obsessions. Haven't people learned yet? I'm just fun. I'm fun.
No, you're not. You're a big troublemaker, man.
I never take anything serious, dude. I just don't. I could look as grumpy as ever, make a video about somebody, and I'm being either super funny or maybe a call out. But you'll know if it's a call out. There's a difference. But most of the time, I'm just fun. I have a Deadpool sense of humor, man. I really do.
You definitely have a good sense of humor. I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah. Everybody takes me too serious.
You can handle Dan by yourself.
I think we got this.
Okay. Well, I just didn't want. Oh.
What?
Oh, it's too much for Rodney. Now that I'm skinny and my head moves on my shoulders, and I'm not just like head and shoulder. Right? Yeah. I can do the whole neck thing now. Yeah. I've been killing Rodney with it. No, I do though. I'm super outgoing, man. Like I was telling Rodney, man, I normally don't get bent out of shape with somebody unless they make it personal with me. That's the only time that it ever gets to that point. And that's I give everyone an out before it ever reaches that stage.
Yeah.
And some people take it and some people don't, man. Some people think that they're, I don't know. I have a real issue with fake YouTubers. I do, man.
With what?
Fake YouTubers. When I start hearing misinformation being spread and not accurate stuff, I have an issue with that. And
there's a lot of that shit out there.
I've realized now a lot more people would rather be lied to than told the truth. And
it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's why I quit going after YouTubers now, because I got hated for it. But for a long time, somebody had to do the dirty work. I got rid of a lot of channels that didn't need to be here that were just doing really, really stupid stuff. and just giving newbies bad information. And it's like, if I had met one of these people that were doing this when I had been started, and it might have taken me away from the hobby. I never would have enjoyed it because of advice I was given by somebody else that just screwed me up because they didn't know what they were talking about either,
Yep.
So I've kind of made it a mission when I first got started and, halfway through my YouTube thing to just, go after the fakes. It's easy to tell who they are just by listening to them. You know what I'm saying? If you're a hobbyist and you do this and you understand controlled testing and you've done stuff, then when somebody starts saying things, you're like, oh, that's not accurate. Well, neither's that. But you didn't research any of this, did you? You're just spewing information that isn't really information. And that's when normally I'll call them out. So, and it made me the bad guy. Drone worship, the cyberbully. Ooh.
That has a sexy name to it, doesn't it?
It does.
Cyberbully.
Yeah, I do, though. I have a dark sense of humor.
Samson. My name is something. Samson.
I'll have that non-martini, not shaken, stirred heavily. Thank you.
Hey, everybody, Philip posted a link to his latest video in the chat. Go check it out if you want to.
Sounds good.
Do what now? Somebody posted a link to something? Latest video.
Shot. I have a hard time pronouncing his.
Oh my. I would love your last name, Koshat.
Yeah, you'd probably have fun with it.
That's amazing. It is not Koshat. I don't want to hear that. From now on, you should be known as Koshat. Philip Koshat. Dude, that last name is killer, bro. So we got to bring all the ladies. Dennis knows what I'm talking about. Last name like Love Lady. Had it easy in high school, college. Done for. The man was a real lady killer. My name is Koshat. Yes. I saw an interview about Sean Connery. It was about did you see the interview that he did about smacking women?
No.
He says it's okay.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. It's actually an interesting interview, man, because Barbara Walters, I think, was the one that did it. She was very young when she did it. She played back a tape. She's like, this is Sean Connery talking about slapping women. And it shows Sean Connery's like, sometimes you just have to. They just don't listen. And they try to tell them again and again. And I was like, wow, Sean's a beast. And then she goes, so Sean, we're talking about this slapping. I'm assuming you've changed your mind. He goes, no, I still feel the same way. I was like, oh, this is like 20 years later. He told her straight to her face he still would slap a woman if they got out of control.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's still kicking, isn't she, Barbara Walters?
I have no idea now. I guess if anybody was to slap a woman, Sean Connery would be okay. I mean, it's 007 for Pete's sakes.
Oh, my goodness.
He's probably shaken a lot of martinis in his life.
I work with a guy on a base whose last name is Little White Man. I used to work with a Vietnamese guy named Long Duck Dong.
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's a common, yeah.
I would rock that name like no other, dude.
Dude, every time, so they would page him sometimes on the manufacturing floor or whatever. Every time I would hear that name, I really had to control myself, just not laugh at him, right?
Yeah, dude.
Kind of mean, but
He's the one person that cuts it short. Long Dong, please report to the office. What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hugh, Barbara Walters is 91 and apparently she's still alive.
Wow.
91. Oh my God. She's wow.
Well, I mean, look at Betty White. She's almost 100.
Betty White's still alive?
Philip, the answer is nothing. You already told her twice. Or was that Philip? No. No, that was Brant. Yeah. Nothing. You already told her twice. Oh, no, he already said it. Damn it.
Yep, I believe she is. She's
Oh my
98.
goodness. Look at that, eh?
You got to give people a chance to answer, Brant.
I can't afford to live to 98.
My great grandmother, she lived to 99.
Wow.
Yep. And she had some really her hair. She had jet black hair, and it was so long it drug on the floor. There was probably about 2 foot that drug on the floor.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it was long and it was crazy long. Dorito and Lucha Cabra. Hello.
That's
That's quite
All
the
right.
name.
I found one that won't cap you for monetization or for whatever. Strikey world.
right, BMAC, exactly.
Hold on a sec. Share screen. Darker. Oh, wait. Turn on audio. Yep.
401k ain't fat enough to
Boom.
make me live to 98.
I'll get it here in a second.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, I can't do anything about the audio if it's really low, but this is good because somebody ripped this already, so it wasn't nabbed.
Oh,
Check it out.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know Sean Connery regrets this conversation.
Okay. You did an interview in which you said, it's not the worst thing to slap a woman now and then. As I remember, you said you don't do it with a clenched fist. It's better to do it with an open hand. Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, she really is young there.
my opinion.
He said I haven't
No.
changed my opinion.
Well,
You
No,
think it's
not
good
at all.
to slap a woman?
No, I don't think it's good.
You don't think it's bad?
I don't think it's that bad. I think that it depends entirely on the circumstances and if it merits it. Yeah.
Or what would merit it?
Well, if you have tried everything else, and women are pretty good at this, they can't leave it alone. They don't want to have the last word, and you give them the last word, but they're not happy with the last word. They want to say it again, and get into a really provocative situation. Then I think it's absolutely right.
By the way, Sean Connery has been married to Micheline for 31 years.
Different times, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. He's on point with that, though. That argument is on point. He's like, they always have to get the last word, and I think at that point it's, merited. Mm.
Hey, Brian, how you doing, brother?
Yeah.
Hey, boys, I'm going to call it an end to this.
Yeah.
All right, bud. Good to be on.
You, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it, brother. You're always welcome to. Dan, same thing.
Cheers, everybody. Mr. Koshat, I hope to see you again. That last name is epic.
He's going to hate me for that.
I should be checking out your channel, sir. Matter of fact, I gotta find it. And what'd you do with it? Post it again. It's gone. Your link is gone.
Hang
Oh,
on
no.
a minute.
Got it.
All
All right.
I've got it.
Subscribe. Boom. Congratulations. You are 87.
Here you go, Dan.
What's that?
There's the link to his channel.
Oh, I just subscribed. I
Oh,
went back
okay.
and found it. Yeah, good looks though. Yeah, nice. I'm subscriber 87 now. We need to build you up, sir.
Right on.
We need to show that dad bod off, man. You got to get the ladies all freaked up with you. Hey, get the internet ladies all turned on. Mr. Koshat.
Hey, Philip, how much tannerite was in that box?
Ooh, tannerite.
What's that?
Man, that was a big explosion.
Dude, tannerite's awesome. We use it for removing tree stumps. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you throw me off. You sit really still and your eyes just open really wide sometimes. You just like.
That's my holy shit face.
Amazing. I cannot sit that still.
One day I thought he was frozen.
Yeah, I keep
holding a cat. That's why.
Right. Cats are fickle creatures, man. They will mess you up when they're not expecting it. You'd be like, "Oh, don't you like that?" The kitty's like, "Yes, I love it." And then all of a sudden, cat's like, "Don't stop, stop." And then if you don't, they rip your face off and climb down you like a chandelier. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cats are psychotic little moody animals. Never own another cat. Dogs, they just want to be with you. What are we doing today? Whatever you're doing today. Oh,
I'll tell you what, this one's very dog-like.
really?
You with me
mentioned earlier that dogs are more loyal, and I believe that's true.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, cat'll change loyalty in a heartbeat.
Cats are they're self-supportive.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And they have an attitude.
Yep. Well, dogs are pack animals. They find who's feeding them and walking the most, showing the most attention. They normally attach to that person. That's the alpha, in their world anyways. My dad's dog will not leave his side whatsoever. He is a panic mode little dog. If my dad leaves, he's just tripping out the whole time. And when he comes back, he's just right there by his side. Bathroom doesn't matter. That dog lives for my dad. It's crazy. Well, we were leaving, Rodney, but I guess we'll stick around.
At least for a couple more minutes. Yeah, we get going on these conversations. So,
yeah.
But I do need to get going. I got some things I need to do. I am going to try and go live with my Mavic Air 2 today.
I'm going to go poke Mitch and see if I can get him to come back to YouTube.
Is there a reason why he quit?
I don't know. That's what I'm going to hound him about today. So, I don't let things go, man. I go and tell him, like, what'd you do? What'd you do, bro?
I think someone said yesterday he was just going to take a break from it, and I think everybody needs to do that now and then. But I know he sends me every Thursday. He sends me a link to join his chats. But at night, that's when me and my wife are together. That's the only time we get together because she works like she's working today. So we'll have time together tomorrow, and then we'll have time together next Thursday. So the evenings I try to spend with her.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I do the same.
And
I spend every waking moment thinking about the hobby.
We couldn't tell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're so subtle about it.
I know. I've totally grown into my ways. I am super opinionated now. I've watched this drone market take so many flips and flops, dude. I'm over it.
No. Well, I think it happens to any kind of new hobby. So,
did you hear Sony coming out with a drone?
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh, yeah. I had expected that earlier, actually. I was wondering what way it was.
I'm actually surprised it took them this long.
Right. Yeah, I was too. I was waiting for Sony to drop something like 2 years ago, and it just never happened. But now that Japan's throwing their hand in the pot, things get really interesting because they are known for being tech wizards over there.
Straight. It should be very interesting.
Oh, Sony is Japanese.
Yeah, that and the quality will be nuts because those guys believe in really good quality products. So, yeah, if they're going to produce anything, they're going to make it top quality. It'll be interesting to see them pair head-to-head with DJI because, like I said, Japan is, technology-wise, leagues ahead of DJI, in my opinion. I don't know if I'd want to be a Japanese child. They're very strict to their children.
Yeah, I don't think so. Korean too. They have they're pretty tough on their kids. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Big expectations, right?
A lot of them. And you don't meet them, you are disowned by your family.
Oh, a lot of suicides, right?
Yeah. They have suicide forest over there. I forgot about that. Kids go and find their way off into suicide forest and hang themselves and stuff.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It's a movie about that.
Well, there was what's his face. That's the whole reason the second adpocalypse happened was because of what's his face, the YouTuber that went down.
Paul?
Yeah, filmed right. Logan Paul filmed the kid hanging from one of the trees. I was
Right,
like,
remember that.
what were you thinking, man?
Yeah.
Who does it? That's when you know you've surrounded yourself by yes men, people that are just willing to say, yeah, dude, do it. The views will be crazy. You know,
Trying to get the views.
Yeah, when you surround yourself with yes men, then you've made a mistake as a YouTuber that gets that big.
Yeah.
You got to question everything before you upload it, man. Would I appreciate somebody doing this to me? You know.
Yeah, I don't think so. But, all right, boys.
Hasta mañana, gents.
Hugh, thanks for coming on, brother.
Good to see
Appreciate
you.
it.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Hope to see you next Saturday, if not sooner. So, Dan, as always,
Rod,
thank you
you,
for coming on.
Toodles.
Take care, guys.
Everything I wouldn't do. If you do, don't forget to name it after me.
I will do that.
Cool.
I'll call it Dan Drone Worship
Right. Sounds like a plan.
or
I don't care if it's a baby or a new quad stunt that you pulled off. Just drone worship will work. Right.
All right, guys.
All right. See you guys.
Later.
Toodles.
Everybody in the chat, thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed the show. Dennis, missed you today, but I understand. Y'all take care. Have a great weekend. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, starting, I'm not sure what time it starts, but it's going to start with Drone Bum. Sometime in the morning before the sun comes up in Long Island. Then it'll come to me here in Virginia. Then we'll move on down to Dennis Lovelady in the great state of Georgia. And then we'll fly on over to Arkansas. I think Fort Smith. No. Somewhere in Arkansas with Fly Natural. And then to Texas where the House of Hope will show us a Texas sunrise. Y'all take care. Have a great day. Benton, Arkansas. That's where Fly Natural is. All right, folks. Take care. Have a great weekend and see you tomorrow. Enjoy. I love you guys. Bye.